We're going to start with IELTS speaking part 1 right now, and then we'll move on to listening module as well. As far as IELTS speaking part 1 is concerned, it's a general chit chat with examiner, and they will ask you some questions on familiar topics. And these familiar topics can be about you, your family, your hometown, your likes, your dislikes, the things you like, your favorite color, favorite shopping mall, shopping, or it can be anything, like, a friendly conversation. And in this part, examiner will ask you around 5 to 6 questions, and this is what we call introduction. This is the first level of IELTS speaking test, right? Now, after this, we have speaking part 2, but now we are going to practice speaking part 1. I'll come to you one by one, and I'm going to ask you some questions, and you have to reply. Let's start from you. Tell me about your hometown.
Basically, I am from Gujarat. It is a little home. It is a little town near Faisalabad. Yes.
All right, this is a very short answer for IELTS. At least 4 to 5 sentences. Now remember.
Actually, problem is I know what is English, how to speak, but little hesitation about speaking. If I do listening, reading, or writing, I clearly what is in my mind I can
I understand. Let me tell you, every day I meet dozens of people who tell me the same story. So it's not just your story, it's everyone's story. When I call them there, then they say, well, when I was there, I had thousands of ideas, and when I come here, I've got no idea. So this is everyone's problem. Now the thing is this, let me tell you what should be the pattern for your answer. The first thing is, you need to answer the question directly. Tell me about your hometown. That was the question. I belong to Gujarat, which is one of the cities of Punjab. That's it. You answered the question directly. Step number 2, elaborate your answer. Elaborate. Now you can tell more about Gujarat. All right. So step 2 is elaborate your answer. And step 3, conclude your answer. So to answer your question, I am from Gujarat and I like my city very much. So this is what we call a 3-sentence or 3-step, actually not sentence, 3-step formula to answer your question. Is this clear? Now I'm going to come to you one by one, and all of you are going to follow this. For example, what's your favorite shopping mall? I love Packages Mall very much. Well, there are several reasons for that. First of all, it's very close to my house, just hardly 3 to 4 kilometers. On the other hand, all the brands are there under one roof, and my favorite brands are there. Moreover, they have a very nice food court because I love eating fast food. That is why my favorite shopping mall is Packages Mall. Now, what's your favorite shopping mall? Packages Mall. I like Packages Mall very much. It's a very small mall or anything like that, okay? So you should be careful when you're answering, because every sentence you utter, they have 4 marking criteria. Number 1, fluency. Speaking, I'm talking about speaking. After fluency, number 2, pronunciation. Accent doesn't matter. Accent means you speak British English or American or Australian. No, they don't mind. But your fluency, and after that, pronunciation. Now, what is pronunciation? You say, I like photography very much, and I am a photographer as well. See, photography, photographer, it's actually photography and photographer. Like we say, democracy, not democracy. So like this is what we call,
geography.
Exactly, geography. So this is what we call pronunciation, and you should have clear pronunciation. Accent, they don't mind. Arabs, when they speak, I would like to tell you about my favorite shopping mall. There are many malls, but I like this mall very much. It's a beautiful place.
Can you give me this Baber?
Yeah, so yeah, Baber, exactly. So they don't mind, because all over the world, people speak differently. So it's just like that, okay? Now, after that, the next marking criteria is grammatical range. Now they will see your grammar, and for that, I only give one piece of advice to my students: use compound sentences. Compound sentences. What is a compound sentence? I love my country because it is my birthplace. Now, when I say because, I'm joining two sentences together. So this is a compound sentence, right? So you should use mainly compound, because compound sentences are regarded as
It's
intermediate.
different
Yeah,
type.
exactly. Otherwise, everyone knows my cow. I have a cow, it has 4 legs, it has 2 eyes, it gives milk, and blah, 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 right? So this is what you got to see. All right, now let's go on. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, I'll come to you later. Miss, it's your turn. I'm going to ask you a question. How often do you go for shopping?
How often? I used to go often for shopping just for the events and some marriage parties or some gathering is going to be held. This is the main purpose that I have to shop something for the event, and some days I shop for to present some gifts for my loved ones, my kings, and my sons. So
All right. Overall, it's good, but there's some grammatical mistakes, and you need to stick to the main topic, elaborate a little, and then come back and finish it, right? Let's go on. What do you do in your free time?
I don't have free time because I'm a medical student, and in my free time I have a walk or something that I like, reading a book or something like that.
All right, that's better. Good. Let's move on. Your turn, please. What do you do at the weekend?
So normally my week is very busy, so it's a time to give some time to my family. Normally I don't find it time, so I take my daughter to the park along with my wife, and we go for a shopping. This is how we spend our normally the weekend.
Okay, next one, please. Hello, it's your turn. All right. Do you prefer to eat out or eat at home?
I would like to prefer eating out because I love to go to different places. I love to eat fast food, so I keep on searching for some good, nice taste restaurants. So I would like to eat outside.
All right, this is good. So don't use so again and again. Repetition in Ielts is band killer. Repetition of ideas, repetition of words, repetition of same structure, right? So avoid repetition. Once you say so, then you can say therefore and all that. Okay, next one, please. Do you spend your free time with family or friends?
Sir, I spend my time with friends and even colleagues which are working in my profession.
Who are working in my profession?
Sir, I am government servant and working in FBR with my colleagues. So most of the time I spend with my colleagues.
All right, that's good. Good. So this is speaking part 1, and they will never ask you any general knowledge question. They will never ask you any question where you don't have the answer. You say, my knowledge finishes here. Not like that. All the time they will ask you some questions on familiar topics. Familiar topics means you know about that thing already. Okay. Now we move on to IELTS speaking part 2. IELTS speaking part 2 is called cue card. Cue card. What is cue card? They give you a topic, then they give you 1 minute to read the topic and write down some notes. And after 1 minute, you will have to speak on that topic for 1 to 2 minutes. This is what we call cue card. Now, what are the topics in cue card? They will always give you descriptions. Describe a person you like the most. Describe a book you once read. Describe a TV program. Describe a piece of music you like. Right? Describe a city you often visit. Describe a family member you like the most. So it's always a description. And for speaking part 2, you have to speak for minimum 1 minute. That's their marking criteria. Minimum 1 minute and maximum 2 minutes. And after 2 minutes, examiner will stop you. And if you finish before 1 minute, you'll be penalized for that. There is penalty for that, right? So 1 minute minimum and 2 minutes maximum. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you all some topics, and then you have to speak for 1 minute on that very topic, right? Describe a place you often visit. Now you will talk about the place. I'm giving you some time. Think about it now. You can write down some notes also, right?
Can you repeat the question?
Describe a place you often visit.
for her only.
It's only for her. I'll give you another topic. Describe a TV program you often watch. Yeah. Describe a TV program you often watch. Describe a family member you love the most. Next one, please. Hello. For you, the topic is describe a restaurant you often visit. Restaurant. Okay. Describe a country you would like to go to. Future. Right. For you, describe a peaceful place in your city. You'll talk about that peaceful place and we'll speak for a couple of minutes on that. For you, please, describe a book you like to read. Present tense. You like to read means present tense, right? And for you, describe a shopping mall you often visit. Describe a shopping mall you often visit. Now, on these topics, you got to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Now, I give you 2 minutes to prepare, and don't write down your answer. Only write down some points that I'll speak this, and all that. Okay? I give you 2 minutes for that. Okay. Now, please, you're going to start.
The place which I often visit is a park which is close to my home. I used to go there with my siblings.
Listen, in present tense, we never use I used to go there. In present tense, we say I usually go there. So I usually go there with my siblings.
I usually go there with my siblings. We have really fun there. We enjoy our favorite snacks. Another reason why I go there often is that I love nature and I love being close to nature. And I can say it's my happy place.
Carry on. You have to speak for minimum 1 minute and maximum 2 minutes. When it comes to speaking English, 1 minute is a long time. When you're talking to someone on mobile, 1 minute is a short time. Right? Yeah. So you should understand that. Package घंटे वाला कितनी जल्दी खत्म हो जाता है, हाँ? So you should speak more, okay? But anyways, that's good. Yes, please, you.
I'm a housewife, so I have time to see many plays or many programs on television, but my most favorite program is a morning show on any channel, because in this program at this time I see a couple of personalities, some related to the motivational field, some I get some recipes over there because I love cooking, and I also get some beauty tips from there. I get many ideas from there that I can apply in my house. So I also see many personalities regarding Islamic scholars. They give us too much information about our daily routines, so we can lead our life in a better way. And most often I would like to listen the psychiatrist on in these morning shows. They deal with the problems of the society, with the people, what they are feeling like, what they are suffering from. So it's a good time to have a fun, to have knowledge, and I can keep myself.
All right, this is fantastic. Very good. Keep it up like this. Okay, good job. Excellent. You spoke well. Yes, your turn, please. What's your topic?
So my topic is describe a family member you love the most.
Okay, describe a family member you love the most, please.
So once this topic came in front of me, without even a second hesitation or second thought, I thought it's the mother which I was going to speak on this topic, the mother. Because I think mother is the only relationship, in fact the parents are the only relationship in the life who are selfless. Without their interest, they are always hoping for your success, for your achievements. So even in the case of brother and sister later in their life, the personal interest comes. Even in the case of friends, relatives, there are so many other, everybody have their own personal agenda. But in case of father and mother, and particular mother, there is no self agenda. She is whatever age she is, right from the birth till end, she is hoping for your success and she is always praying for your success without getting what she will get out of this one. Second thing is, I want to say, after proving this, that this is the only selfless relationship, she is the nuclear of the family. In so many families we have heard that once the mother, after death of mother, brother and mother split away, there's so many clashes in the family, so all credit goes to the mother. And I believe those people are very lucky who have got their mother around, and I also feel myself very blessed that my mother is around and I take care of him. I think we can't pay back what she has done, but at least we can make her realize that how important she is. And with this, I wish everybody should realize the importance of their mother before its death. After its death, we should cry. Instead, in his life, we should try to pay.
Okay, this is fantastic. Very good, very fluent. Although there were grammatical mistakes, at some occasions you used his for mother and it for mother. But overall, it was good, right? So if I rate you guys, I mean, you with this speaking style, you can achieve around 6 band. You with this speaking style can achieve around 7 band, right? And you 6.5 because of grammatical mistakes, right? Yes. Please. You got the topic? No. Let me give him the topic. Describe a movie you like the most or you once watched. Yes.
My topic is describe a restaurant you often visit. Actually, I love to eat outside. I like a restaurant which is near to my house. Name is B Restaurant, situated very popular area of the city. Actually, I love to eat Chinese and Pakistani food. They have a variety of food. I love their cuisines. So I often visit that restaurant. The staff behavior of that restaurant are very professional. The manager and the waiters are very good. I even enjoy moonlight there. They have a very vast area. I sit outside. They have outside chairs too, and I sat outside. And
I sit outside.
I sit outside and enjoy with my friends.
Yes, सांस चढ़ गया. Okay, this happens, right? Very good. Overall, it's very fine. So the way you are speaking, you can achieve 6.5, right? And you know, whenever I give you your expected band score, it means you can achieve half band more or half band less than that. My evaluation is quite right in that terms. Okay, he's going to prepare.
Think in English is very difficult word.
Yeah, again, don't say that. Please don't look at the problems. Look at the solution. You've spoken well. I gave you 6.5. Now again, I can't do it, sir. I can't do it. Okay, don't worry. Focus the positive thing. Yes, solution, not the problem. Yes, please. What's your topic?
My topic is describe a peaceful place in your city.
Very good.
So the most peaceful place I find is a park called Shiva Park in Y Block, which is near my house.
Good.
I live in the same block. So I usually go there after my office time, and I find it quite peaceful. And another thing of liking that park is because I admire nature, and I like to spend my time in nature as much as I can. So I go there to walk, and also I like to meet new people, and I'm an extrovert person, so I like to spend time with people. Usually after my office, a group of friends, we gather around there, and also after that we go there. We go at a nearby coffee shop. We spend time over there.
All right, that's fine. You need to focus your fluency.
Okay.
That's what you need to overcome, right? If you speak the way you are speaking with fluency, you can achieve 7. But at present, I'll give you 6.5. Okay, good. Next one, please. Your topic?
Sir, my topic is describe a shopping mall you often visit.
Okay, describe a shopping mall you often visit. So, please, you can start.
Sir, I'm resident of district Sargodha. So, Trust Plaza in Sargodha is a commercial hub of modern technology.
Modern technology.
So, that plaza is situated at Main University Road, Sargodha. Sargodha is a divisional headquarters. So, the interlinked districts approach for technology purposes to Trust Plaza. Trust Plaza is divided between two main divisions. Number one, mobiles. Number two, laptops, computers. So I visit that Trust Plaza often because of my needs like repairing of mobiles, computers, laptop, desktop, and other ZOM devices or any other devices. So that is why I often visit and I also join events of that those shopkeepers, their events. So I often visit that Trust Plaza in a routine.
All right, that's good. Remember, two words don't exist in English. One is oftenly, second fastly. With often and fast, we don't use ly. Often, is often, and fast is fast. He runs fast. We never say he runs fastly. So same, we don't say oftenly. So you should say, I often go to that plaza, and that's really good. Right? Yes, please. Now it's your turn. Speaking part 2.
Thank you, sir. My topic is to describe a movie that I once watched. And my favorite movie is The Pursuit of Happiness. The movie portrays the relationship between a father and a son and how they stay connected through the hard times in their life. And it also shows how one man goes against all the odds in order to attain his goals. So the movie is really encouraging and motivating for a person. And it also shows how one can attain the targets that he sets for himself through hard work and determination. So it was a really inspiring movie, and that really uplifted my mood.
All right, you speak a little more. Overall, the way you're speaking, you can achieve 7 band with that. For you, 6 band. And you need to focus your pronunciation as well. Right? Accent is okay, but pronunciation, the way you pronounce the words, right? All right, so this was speaking part 2. After that, we have speaking part 3. Now, what is speaking part 3? It is called discussion. In this part of speaking, examiner is going to ask you some follow-up questions. What do we call it? Follow-up questions. And these follow-up questions are related to your cue card. Cue card means your speaking part 2. So these follow-up questions are from your speaking part 2. For example, what was your topic? Movie. So in part 3, they would ask you, do people prefer to watch movies at home or in the cinema? Do you think people will continue to watch movies in the cinema? What type of movies are popular in your country? Anything related to that. What was your topic?
Describe a restaurant.
Restaurant. Now, restaurant and food. So in speaking part 3, they will ask you some follow-up questions which are related to food, restaurant, eating habits, and all that. Okay, we now go on with speaking part 3, and I'll come to you and I'll ask you a question which is related to your topics, right? Let's start with you, movie. Okay, now let me tell you what is speaking part 3. In speaking part 3, they ask you 4 to 5 type of questions. By the way, speaking part 3 is for advanced level English. There they will ask you some questions and they want to see your reaction. If you use advanced structures, you get good band score. If you don't react to those sentences, you are there with is, am, are. Okay, nothing else. Yeah. So then you will get the limited band score, right? Yeah, that's important. Sometimes you don't go out of is, am, are. Right? Now, what are those questions which they ask you? Number 1, prediction. They will ask you some questions in future. For example, do you think people will continue to watch movies in the future? Now, what is that? Prediction about future. Number 2, comparison. They will ask you some questions where you will have to compare either past with present, or you will have to compare present with future, or you will have to compare 2 things which are related to present. For example, your topic? Favorite restaurant. So, do people prefer to go to restaurants or eat at home? You got to compare, right? Or if they say, what kind of food is popular? Is it fast food or traditional food? Say, well, fast food is more popular as compared to, if you use comparative structures, comparative language, comparative sentence structures, examiner will understand that this candidate knows. And if they say, okay, yeah, fast food is very good, I like fast food, I also like traditional food, they are very good. No comparison, no comparative structures, then examiner will understand this candidate should be given 5-6 band as well. Right? So the first one is prediction, second is comparison, third is opinion. Now, in Ielts speaking part 3, they will ask you some questions. We call them opinion-based questions. Like, do you think? Do you believe? According to you? What do you think? Right? So there can be any question and you have to give your opinion. And whenever you give your opinion, you start like, as far as my opinion is concerned, to my way of thinking, in my point of view. So if you use these phrases, an examiner understands that this student has understood that this is going to be some sort of opinion, so you get higher band score, right? So it's opinion. Next we have benefits and drawbacks. they will, in part 3 speaking, they will ask you the advantages and disadvantages of something. What are the benefits of going to a foreign country? What are the drawbacks of eating in a restaurant? Right? So benefits, drawbacks and all that. So in speaking part 3, they will ask you questions where good sentence structures or advanced sentence structures are required. And what are those advanced structures? Comparative structures, language for prediction. We use future tense. It is likely to, sometimes you say Pakistan is likely to win this match. Pakistan is bound to win this match. Pakistan may win this match. Pakistan will win this match. So these type of structures for that. Then for comparison, right? If we compare, right? Or as we use for comparison, it is as good as, like that. So you use comparative structures. Then advantages, disadvantages, use some structures for that. Structures for opinion, and you will get higher bench scores. Is this clear? So this is what we call speaking part 1. Part 2 and part 3. Now I'm going to come to you one by one once again, and you will answer my speaking part 3 question, right? Your topic was movies, right? So do you think people will continue to go to cinemas in the future?
Well, sir, with the ongoing pandemic situation, I think that most people would prefer to watch movies at homes, because that would be more feasible for them in the coming times.
Okay, now you might be thinking, how long should be the answer in part 3? It should be longer than part 1, at least 5 to 6 sentences. And by the way, if your answer is short, examiner will say why. Whenever examiner says why, it means your answer is short and examiner wants some more. And if your answer is long, examiner will say okay, thanks. Okay, thanks means keep quiet and then let the examiner ask the next question. So these 2 things are important, and you should maintain good eye contact with the examiner. Examiner will tell you when to stop and when to continue. Examiner will tell you whether you answer. For example, sometimes they don't use language because they are on recording. So they just say, this means enough. If you're finishing your cue card before 1 minute, they will say like, this means carry on. Just speak. So you should understand the body language, facial expressions of the examiner, and react to them positively, right? Your topic? Favorite restaurant. Okay. All right. Do you think in future people will go to the restaurants?
Sir, I think according to the situation, I think people like to eat.
People would like to eat, because my question is related to future. So answer should be future.
People would like to eat at home, because according to the pandemic situation, government.
See that? जितना उल्टा सोचेंगे उतना फंसेंगे. Yeah, why don't you think straight and simple ideas and all that? Do you think people will go to the restaurants in future? Yes, why not? Absolutely. People would love to go to the restaurants in the future, because now people are becoming more prosperous. They will have more money and freedom, and there will be new restaurant chains as well. So according to my prediction, more and more people will eat in the restaurants. Thank you. My speaking band is 8. Okay, but now if I appear, I can get even more, right? That was the first time when I appeared back in 2008. Okay, so just, whenever you are stuck, अपने आप को खुद ही फंसाएंगे, खुद ही कोई उल्टी बात सोच के ना फिर आगे अच्छा उनमें की करा. So you should be careful. अपने आप को ऐसी किसी जगह पर नहीं फंसाना. See, examiner, if I ask you all one question, your answers are going to be different. So examiner doesn't know what your plan is. That is why give a simple answer. Your topic?
Describe a family member you love.
Family member. All right. Okay, now let's go on. Do you think family members should stay together in one house?
Yes, sir, I believe the family members should stay all together at one place. That gives a lot of comfort to everyone. Though there are some problems, but we have to compromise. If we compare advantages with the disadvantages, I believe the advantages will outweigh the disadvantages. So I believe, yes, the family should live together.
Okay, all the family members should live together. Now remember, variety will bring you good band score, and repetition is the band killer. Variety of words, variety of ideas, variety of sentence structures, and all that. Your topic, please.
My topic, favorite program.
Favorite TV program. All right. What type of programs do people like to watch on TV in your country? In part 3, questions are long. What type of programs do people like to watch in your country? Yes.
In my country, people would like to see comic programs because they are very much stressed because of the pandemic and their domestic structure as well. Because the problem is that they don't find time to get fresh themselves for recreation. I feel like they would like to see the comic programs on television.
All right, it's good. Fine. Just conclude your answer at the end. Good job. Next one, your topic.
Place which I visit more often.
All right. What type of places would be popular among tourists in the future?
In my point of view, I think it depends on personal interest.
Now, my question is in future. What type of places will be popular among the tourists in the future? So, I think in future, tourists would love to go to historical places, something like that. Okay, yeah.
It depends on personal interest and they would love to visit historical places and many.
Okay, listen. Speaking part 1, band score 1 to 3. Speaking part 2, band score 4, 5, 6. Speaking part 3, band score 7, 8, 9. And then they give you average band score from there, right? So total band score 9 and minimum is 1, right? So in part 3, some students, they will have their, bus ho jayegi. Bus kaisi hogi, questions mushkil, because they use advanced structures and all that. So you need to prepare yourselves very, very well for speaking part 3. Just do one thing. I'll give you my WhatsApp number. Send me a message. There's a very good speaking book I have. This book covers speaking part 1, speaking part 2, speaking part 3. I'll send you the book. You can print it out, and that one book is enough for all your IELTS speaking needs. Right? Okay. Now, let's go on. Who is the next? You. What's your topic?
Peaceful place in my city.
Peaceful place in your city. Why do people go to peaceful places?
Sir, in my opinion, people usually are more stressed in their work routines and they don't find time for themselves. So that's why they intend to go to peaceful places where they can spend time with their family and also their health will improve and.
All right. You see, if you use and time and again, it means you're joining all the sentence. Ek hi lamba sentence bana rahe, right? So use, yeah. But you cannot say in speaking, people like to go to different places, full stop. Because the full stop, you cannot say full stop. You just need to take a pause and then go on to the next one. All right. Yes. What's your topic, please?
International.
International? You've done already. No, international?
Country to visit in future.
Okay, a country you want to visit in the future. So, let's go on. Your question is, why do people go to foreign countries?
Sir, I think to visit foreign countries is instinct of a human, and visiting foreign countries, it gives you knowledge and it broadens your mind. And it opens a new horizons in your life. So visiting foreign countries will not only upgrade you in socio-economically, but it also educate you in a number of ways.
All right.
So I think visiting foreign countries should be promoted.
Okay, that's good. So I like your answer. So you speak well. So you understand well. So it's very good, huh? All right, that's cool. Yes, please.
My topic is books to read.
Books to read. Okay, now I'm going to ask you some questions. Why don't children read books these days? Reasons. Why don't children read books these days? They like gadgets and all that. They don't read storybooks. So why don't children read books these days?
Children are busy in gadgets, mobiles, etc. they spend more time in use of gadgets, so they are reading books for study.
Okay, that's fine. So you see your answer is slow. There are pauses, breaks, and this is insufficient answer. You need to speak more, right? Yes, please, topic.
The shopping mall you often visit.
Shopping mall you often visit. Okay. Do you think people will do more shopping online in the future?
Yes, sir.
Why?
So the shopping criteria is changing day by day. Before the pandemic of COVID-19, people physically visit shops and markets. But nowadays, the standing operating procedure of the health ministry, people want to visit shopping malls, rush areas. So they are advised to visit. To buy shopping online or online modes.
Okay, that's good. So your answer should be precise, to the point, and cover the main question in the first half of your answer, right? And then you can elaborate your answer. In Ielts speaking, all your answers should be direct and to the point. So answer the question first and then elaborate your point. For example, what's your favorite color? Colors are very important in life. Different people like different colors. Some people like yellow color, some people like green color. My favorite color is red. What was the question? What is your favorite color? And you say something, which is not related to the topic. So your answer should be direct, to the point. First answer the question, then you can elaborate your point, right? Okay, that's good.